Hello, hello. Welcome to a Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and fiance, Karradyne.
Karradyne.
That was scary.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. And I also forgot to say a horror console.
Shame on you. Say it now.
Welcome to a horror console. For those of you new to the show, this is a show where we talk about our thoughts on stuff we played, read, and ate. So now there's not going to be any confusion because apparently people don't listen to the intro and they don't know that we talk about books, food, game, and stuff.
From that week.
Exactly. So let's start off. Our Patreon is live. We currently have 2 Patreons. Please support our Patreon. We will be giving away Tony Hawk and Anxious People.
Wait, you call your subscribers Patreons?
Patrons.
Patrons. You called them Patreons.
It's patrons.
I was like, what?
Yeah, so we have 2 patrons. And we're going to be giving away a whole ass Tony Hawk and a shit ton of Anxious People for only $2. Doesn't mean that if you pay the $2, you automatically win them. It just means that you're entered into the drawing of the prices because we have so many few people.
Your chances are pretty high.
You should join. It's only $2 a month. You're going to get extra content. We're probably going to do some spoiler reviews about books and games and stuff if you're into those. We're probably going to run a separate series there where Karradyne and I go through Pokemon, any of the thousands of Pokemon games that I have, because she's never had a Pokemon adventure.
I've played Pokemon Go. Does that count? When it first came out.
I never played Pokemon Go.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Never?
It seems so boring.
You didn't even try it?
No, it just seems so boring.
I didn't even know shit about Pokemon, and I still tried it.
Yeah. Well, now you're going to learn because we're going to do a whole series on Patreon regarding Pokemon. So today, while I was at work, I finished listening to all my podcasts early because today work was heavy. And I decided to listen to Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory 20th Anniversary album. It's available wherever you stream music. I've been wanting to listen to it because a lot of the songs on it I listened to when I was in middle school and in high school, even though they were unreleased, because somebody apparently got them and they put them on LimeWire. So I gave my computer AIDS to get these songs. And they're pretty great. They have a bunch of songs that have never been released on that album that are amazing. One of my favorites is Carousel. The other one is, I can't remember. It's a Mike Shinoda song where he's just rapping the entire song. There's High Voltage, which is a Mike Shinoda classic. I forgot the name of the song. I know it says, and we do it like this.
I can't help you.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a great album. It has about 40 songs. I listened to all 40 songs today and then replayed them because it has all of Hybrid Theory, the original album, and then it has all of Reanimation, which was the remixes of Hybrid Theory and some of the old songs. And it then just is unreleased songs, live songs, original drafts of songs. There's the original draft of In the End, and that is fucking weird.
How?
It's not the same lyrics.
I don't think I would like it if it wasn't the same lyrics.
It's Mike Shinoda rapping, and like Chester does like his backup, but Chester still sings his In the End parts, but it's very, very weird. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Other than that, I played the Pikmin 3 demo. If you play the Pikmin 3 demo, you unlock Ultra Spicy mode just by beating the demo. The progress carries over, and my favorite part about this game, which I probably beat earlier this year on Wii U, is that it has an easy mode. So the days are longer, the enemies die faster, and you have a lock-on mechanic where you can lock on and fling your Pikmin at the enemies to kill them.
Those poor Pikmin. Those poor little dudes and dudettes.
I think they're asexual. Or
that doesn't have anything to do with whether or not they're dudes or dudettes. They would be non-binary.
They don't have gender. or
non-binary.
sex. They're carrots.
They're asexual, non-binary beings.
Okay. You're only saying
They're really
this.
cute.
You're only saying that they're cute because I made you watch that Pikmin video on YouTube.
You did, and I'm so glad you did. I thought this was going to be the most boring thing. I was dragging my feet. I didn't want to do it. It was adorable. I loved it so much.
It was very adorable, but didn't it get dark?
Yes, like disturbingly so. I just knew that everything was going to turn out okay, and then let's Pikmin ghosts. I'm like, what just happened?
It's like Pikmin being eaten left and right, electrocuted, getting caught on fire.
Like sacrificed, even? I feel like some of them were sacrificed.
Sacrificed?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Maybe I'm misremembering.
The ones inside the...
Inside the bulldozer?
No, they're electric Pikmin. They conduct electricity, so
oh.
The blue one didn't. That one ghosted.
That was real sad. But still very cute, even though it was kind of morbid at times.
No, it was definitely very, very morbid. It was awesome, though. And then there's another one that you didn't watch. I'm probably going to make you watch it later. Where
I mean, if it's as cute as that one, I'll watch it.
They're both... The other two are pretty adorable. It's, these Ramune bottles or Ramune bottles or however the fuck you call them. The Japanese soda with the little marble inside that you shake to make it fizzy. Mm-hmm. So there's a Pikmin walking and he sees one of those bottles. He looks up and he sees the giant orb and it's blue and he wants it. So he tries to get it, and he gets stuck inside the bottle. He tries to get out, and he can't. And then a bunch of other Pikmin just come to help him out. And it is the funniest thing, because they make so much fun of him.
That sounds really cute.
It is very cute. It's adorable.
Yeah, I used to hate on the Pikmin that he keeps on his dresser in our room. But now I see that little Pikmin through completely different eyes. And I even, straightened him up in his little spot the other day. I thought he was watching over me really creepily, but now, aw, Pikmin.
I need to get the other two. I need to get the red and the yellow one.
Did you not have?
No,
For some reason, I feel like I remember you having them in the Marina apartment.
No.
No?
No, if I would have had them, I wouldn't ever have gotten rid of them. Yeah. Because I love Pikmin so much. I should get a Pikmin tattoo. All three
Cover
Pikmin.
up the key. Turn the key. Get a cover up.
The keyblade?
Yeah.
I should.
Turn it into Pikmin. Pikmin.
Or maybe I should get the three Pikmin just hiding behind my ear.
Nope. We're not doing any behind the ear tattoos in this household. No, we are not.
Not yet.
No, we are not. Ever.
Now, you want to tell me what you did yesterday?
Well, day before yesterday, we started our giant Funko purge. I should say night before last because we didn't start this till 9 o'clock at night. Me being an idiot didn't think about the fact that it was going to take us an hour and a half. Took me an hour and a half because I have a lot more Funkos than him. See, the problem is that Chris started this massive Funko obsession in our old apartment. So he had Funkos when we met, and I had one Funko that my ex had bought me for Valentine's Day a couple years before. And then he bought me more Funkos and more Funkos and more Funkos. And then I got one of our roommates hooked on the Funkos. I mean, it got to the point where I had 300 and the roommate surpassed me. He has 600 now.
Yeah, they have an Instagram page.
Yes, Pop's on Vacation. You can find them on... I want to call it Bookstagram, but it's not just Bookstagram. It is Instagram.
It's Popstagram.
Yes, it's Funkogram.
Nate, $5, please.
Yes. I don't even think they listen to this. One day they will, and they'll thank us for the shout out. But yeah, so...
When all two of our followers go follow them.
We decided that, the Funkos are kind of getting to the point where they're sort of cluttering the apartment. And we wanted to make a couple extra bucks. There were a lot that we were willing to get rid of. There are some I will, knock on wood, never get rid of. Like my Lord of the Rings Funkos. I'm not parting with them. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't have as many to get rid of, because I like the ones that I bought, and I bought them thinking I am never going to get rid of these because these are important to me. Not
Whereas,
you.
yeah, my problem was I was like, oh, it's cute. Let me have it. Oh, I have watched this in my childhood. Let me have it. Oh, look. I'm trying to think of like the most
Mean
random...
Girls.
I loved Mean Girls, but I did not
The
need
Royals.
what? Yeah, no, I did not need the royal family at all in any way, shape, or form. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but we traded in. We're not traded in. We sold all these Funkos to a local comic shop.
It was 80 Funkos.
80 Funkos. We made a decent amount of money. Definitely didn't get our money back.
No, we
That
did.
just goes to show that we should not buy any more Funkos.
We did make more money than I thought we were going to make on them.
We made about as much as I thought we were going to make.
Because a lot of them were crap.
Yeah, like, man, especially that one Mean Girls Funko. I think she's worth like a decent amount of money, but her box was so fucked up from the person that shipped it to me that essentially devalues it to nothing.
Funny enough, Luna schlepping, but that's not what's funny enough. Funny enough, the comic book shop that we sold the Pops in is called a comic book shop.
I thought it was just a comic shop.
Oh, a comic shop. Cool thing is they do shipping of comics. So you can buy the comics online, I think, through their Instagram or their socials. And they will ship you the comics, so you don't even have to go there. So
They said all our Funkos were going online.
Yep.
So if you want to see what we traded in, sold.
It's cool because if you don't want to go into a comic shop, you don't want to go anywhere, you still want to read some comics, you don't want to read them digitally because obviously comics are better in paper.
Obviously.
You can just go and buy them online. And the cool thing is that they know what they're talking about. Like, there were a couple of customers that walked in to get into some different types of comics. There was this one guy that just wanted to get into Miles Morales, and he was talking with one of the guys over there at the shop, and he recommended exactly what he wanted to read and what would be the best starting point and what would be good to continue the series. All right, so are you ready to go into your segment, Karradyne?
I think so. I'm kind of freaked out to talk about it because it was so freaky, but yeah, I'm ready.
Well, this is a horror console. So let's go into book talk.
This week's book is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I am sorry if I mispronounced your name.
No, that was right.
Okay. Published by Del Rey Books on June 30th, 2020, so not too long ago.
You said June?
Yes.
Huh. Oh, that's right. We went to Barnes & Noble and we saw it on the shelf. A while back.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been on the shelves at Barnes & Noble for the last...
It would have been on the shelves at
4
Barnes
months.
& Noble at some point.
So we planned out all of our books and games for October back near the end of September to ensure that it was a month of spoopy. I'd been wanting to read this one for quite a while, so I knew it was perfect time to move it up on my TBR. Super convenient that 2 of my friends on Bookstagram were actually, they actually chose this as their buddy read for the month, so I get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Pretty excited about that.
So what other books are in this type of genre? What type of genre is this?
So this is
with?
a gothic genre. It's right there in the title.
This is a gothic horror?
It's a gothic novel, yes. Gothic horror, yes. Yeah, because not all gothic novels are horror, really. They're just dark.
I mean, if it's a Batman novel.
So,
He is the Dark Knight in Gotham.
I can't.
Can't
I
get
can't
more-
with Batman. More gothic than that. Okay, so some of the most well-known gothic novels are Northanger Abbey, which is pretty funny because Austen actually wrote that as a satire of the gothic novel. But hey, it's still gothic.
Northanger Abbey?
Northanger Abbey. Northanger. Northanger Abbey. Jane
What?
Austen.
Is she just angry in the north? Or...
She was being satirical. Anyway, it's just the name of a house.
Is there a south angle?
Oh dear.
What would it even look like? I am confused.
I can't.
I am so confused.
It was hundreds of years ago. Leave them and their names alone. Now I'll take us back to episode 1 with this one. Also a Gothic novel, famous, Frankenstein. What?
Frankenstein.
Oh, poor Frankenstein. Another famous Gothic novel is Wuthering Heights.
You love Wuthering Heights.
I do.
You will not shut up about it.
It's just this week. So I made a post sort of to do with Wuthering Heights this week. Check out my Bookstagram at A Novel Kingdom. I'll pay you the $5.
Okay.
To see this really fucking cute photo of Luna this week with my spicy retelling of Wuthering Heights called Wuthering Nights. And she's in a very, very cute Wuthering Heights headscarf. Why are you laughing at me so much?
Book people are too horny.
Well, if you're not giving it to me, I gotta get it somewhere. Do you know that they have literally made a vibrator that will sync up with your dirty audiobooks and like jolt you at the perfect moment? I kid you not.
We should buy one of those. Just to watch it. Just to put a random audiobook
We'll turn
in
on
the background and just put the vibrator in the table and just make bets on which way it'll fall. That would be awesome.
Oh god, that's amazing.
You can find it on Twitch soon. That's Twitch/anovelconsole. Twitch.tv.
Another famous Gothic novel is obviously Dracula. Blah blah blah. I can't breathe.
Oh, this is almost as bad as earlier when I made that stupid joke at your mom's husband.
Bless it. But they appreciate your humor, so it's okay.
Should I just tell the joke?
Just tell the joke. It's fine. I mean, no, it was stupid. It's so stupid and childish. It's not even that funny. I don't even know.
So basically, we've been having wedding issues, and we lost our guy that was supposed to marry us, so we just got her mom's husband to marry us now.
It's okay if you're listening to this. Please don't feel bad.
And her mom said, "Oh, he'll say whatever you guys want him to say." And I said, "Okay." And then we want him to say, "Dearly beloved, pee pee poo poo, caca caca, you're now married."
I hate him. Is that from something? Or
no, it's just me being stupid.
Stupid.
And then I started thinking, what if he actually did it? What would my parents' reaction be?
They would be very confused. Very confused. Imagine if your poor grandmother were there. Abuela.
Él dijo caca.
Okay, we digress.
Let's go back to the book. Dracula. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's all the books that are similar in similar genre. Yay, cool. Okay, so this book was not very creepy at first. What?
If it's not so funny, then why are you still laughing?
Shut up. It wasn't very creepy at first, and I was like starting to wonder why everyone was so freaked out by it. It did give me like a lot of Jane Eyre discovering Rochester's Cuckoo Cachia wife vibes, but that was about it. That's from Jane Eyre. The sister of the woman who wrote Wuthering Heights, the Bronte sisters. There's another one too, but I didn't like her book that much. Okay, but then I did finally get to the point where I was really fucking freaked out. And let me just say, thank God I don't like mushrooms, because I would never be able to eat them again after reading this. I'll get into that. Okay, so we have... He's been correcting me on how to pronounce her name all night. Noemi. No.
It's
Noemi.
It's not that she doesn't have any Emmys. It's not no Emmys. It's
how do I say it?
Noemi.
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 There you go.
So, Noemi Noemi. Noemi. Noemi.
It's not Noemi. It's Noemi.
Noemi.
There you go.
Our debutante. Her father receives a letter from her cousin, so his niece, that's kind of like deranged and all over the place, basically saying that she's hearing voices in the walls in the house of her new husband. So dad is like, hey, Noemi, you and your cousin used to be close, so why don't you go look into this situation and make sure her new husband that we don't really know anything about is treating her right. Cousin's parents are dead. Otherwise, she would probably be writing to her parents instead of her uncle.
Hopefully.
So, Noemi gets to this mansion that's out in the Mexican countryside. All of this takes place in Mexico, called High Place. And even though it's in a time period where they have modern conveniences like cars and electricity, High Place still uses oil lamps and that kind of archaic shit. First red flag. So the cousin seems fine at first, but things start to get really weird when Noemi starts sleepwalking again, something she hasn't done since childhood, and she starts having some really fucking freaky, vivid dreams while sleepwalking. I'm not going to spoil the dreams for you, but I will tell you about one. So she sees like this group of people in a garden surrounding a woman giving birth on the dirty ass ground. This woman gives birth to this bulbous tumor thing that does some really freaky shit and like explodes, and there's like gold dust and I don't even know. And then they suffocate this poor woman.
What the hell?
Who gave birth in the dirt. We have modern conveniences, people. Why are we giving birth in the dirt?
This sounds like something that would have happened in my game for this week.
Right? So long story short, it turns out that the patriarch of the cousin's new husband's family happened upon some, like, magical mushrooms or something when they had their family mining business. And the mushrooms, like, imbibed him with godlike power and unnaturally long life. They call this thing the gloom. The mushrooms and the mold are, like, growing through the walls in the house. And it, like, powers their family, basically.
He's a god. What? He has the gloom.
Oh, God. There's lots of weird...
God, with the gloom.
The gloom!
God.
The gloom! I promise it doesn't sound as hokey in the book. I promise. I'm making it sound hokey, but it's really not. It's really fucking freaky.
Why is there so much gloom in here? Oh, it's just God.
Oh, it's the mushrooms. So, there's lots of weird stuff going on. There's incest. There's old patriarch man, like, basically putting his consciousness into different bodies every time his current body gets too old, and pretty much playing God. It's lots of stuff happening. Lots of stuff. So this patriarch, he wants Noemi to be part of the family because she's beautiful and a badass and would fit in really well with their creepy, incestuous, mushroom-loving family. Oh, and things just get real crazy. And this book is actually set to become a Hulu series, and I definitely will not be able to watch it because there is a ton of gore at the end and some sexual scenes that would not get me excited. I would not have wanted that crafty little vibrator. This is not the good dick. This is very bad, sick dick. So bad.
Would you say you prefer a different type of dick to this one?
I would rather have the Frankenstein dick, to be quite honest. 1,000,000 times over.
There we go.
Yeah, it was a trip. But it was a fun trip because, like, even though it really freaked me out and some parts were just a little bit slow, the writing is amazing. The story is very engaging and, like, perfectly terrifying to the point where it's like you're super grossed out, but you also want more. It was awesome, but I could not watch it. No.
So, anything else you want to talk about from the book before we get the rating?
Read it. If you can handle the freaky. I would definitely recommend it.
All right, so what's your rating?
4.5 stars.
Interesting. There we go. So, Mexican Gothic is 4.5 stars rated. All right, so let's go ahead and get into games and stuff. So this week's game is The Evil Within. I had not played this game before. I have heard about it, but I never really played it because, horror is not really my thing.
It's definitely not mine.
I can deal with it, but not really something that I would seek out.
I appreciate that in you.
But this month, we've decided to do this whole horror thing, and surprisingly, I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Me too.
I'm excited for next week's game. That's going to be a good game, which you definitely have to sit through that one, because I know you can. And then the week after that is the big one. So, this week's game, like I said, is The Evil Within, a game where you play as a detective named Sebastian Castellanos, who is investigating a reported mass murder in a mental hospital. This game was developed by Tango Gameworks and published by Bethesda. The game was released on October 14th, 2014 for PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Windows. Guess who directed this game?
Who?
Shinji Mikami.
Who dat?
He is the director of Resident Evil 4. That is the first game we covered this month, and he still owes us his head.
Because he said that thing about never being on the console something.
He said that Resident Evil 4 would only be a GameCube exclusive. It wouldn't be on any other consoles. And he lied, so he owes us his head. Because he said he'd cut it off if it went to another console that wasn't GameCube.
I'd pay to see it. No, I wouldn't. That's a lie.
So this game is very Resident Evil 4. But it has a lot of quality of life improvements from Resident Evil 4. A few of them being able to move while aiming, being able to switch weapons at the touch of a button. So, simple stuff like that actually makes the game a whole lot better. Personally, I'm not a fan of being able to move and shoot.
Why wouldn't you want to be able to move and shoot?
It gives you the sense of, okay, I can run away and hurt them at the same time. I'd rather just be stuck in place and just have to shoot between fight or flight. Not have both at the same time. I mean, it adds to the tension. I like that feeling. Having been published by Bethesda, not knowing much about this game before I played it, I was thinking it was going to be a very American-style horror game. But nope. It turned out to be an extremely Japanese horror game. The way that it's Japanese is that it has monsters that come out of blood. It has monsters with extremely long limbs and a lot of hair. And all the gore and stuff is very Japanese style body horror.
Speaking of this body horror shit, we wanted to try this new thing where I always watch him play through the intro of that week's game. But I checked out real fast with this one. Oh my god! It was one of the most horrifying things I have ever seen. I literally only made it to 3 minutes maybe. They just walk into this asylum and there are all these dead staff members, and then boom, dude's mind goes somewhere else and there's a tortured chamber. Nope, I'm gone. I can't do it. Right. I hopped up and I left that room so fast.
You quit when he was hanging upside down from the meat hook.
Nope.
That part was cool.
That was really fucking freaky. That's what it was.
That beginning, I really liked that beginning because he was chased down by that butcher. And that was awesome. That's not what I was expecting, but it was real good.
I was done.
The graphics in this game, they really show their age. It was one of these games that launched at the end of the last generation and current generation. So it kind of looks a little bit dated because they had to make it work on both Xbox 360 and Xbox One and PS4 and PS3. So it doesn't mean that it looks bad. It just looks, like old. The animations for the enemies in this game are pretty great. There's a lot of jerky, fast, spastic movements, and the bullet reactions when you shoot the enemies, they seem pretty normal. One of my favorite things is when you grab one of the torches and you hit the enemy with the torch, they just like start running all over the place, like screaming and flailing, just caught on fire until they just fall down and die. And everywhere they step, there's a trail of fire left. And you see like pieces of them falling off. It's that, to me, that was crazy. Other than that, it's pretty standard animation, so they look good. They don't look horrible, old, or anything. It's pretty decent. The sound design in this game is tense. The music in the game is tense. Even the music for the save room is tense, which usually should be calming, getting you relaxed, ready to go back out there. Nope. It's an old phonograph playing some sort of music that is creepy, tinny, and I hate it. And it made me feel like something was going to jump out and attack me.
From what I could tell, literally everything about this shit was tense. I don't know how you played it.
I played it and I beat it. It took me, almost 11 hours to beat the whole thing?
I couldn't have done it. I couldn't do 5 minutes.
That's true. The grunts and screams and howls from the monsters are bone-chilling.
Bone-chilling is right.
These things, you're walking and you hear something screaming and you're like, oh shit, is this going to be a new monster or is this going to be one of the old ones that I've been killing so far?
Nope.
Every time the bullets hit the monsters, it sounds deep and gushy. So it is visceral. Not to mention when the heads or bodies explode, there's crunchy gushing everywhere, and like you hear the skin and the chunks of head falling into the ground. You just hear that plop and
no, thank you.
Thick.
Nope, I'm good.
Thick and syrupy. The gameplay, like I said, is Resident Evil 4. It has over-the-shoulder combat, puzzles, and the good thing is that unlike Resident Evil, it has an upgrade system in which you get points by killing the monsters and collecting the green goop that they drop.
Like monster semen?
If it's bubbling, if monster semen is bubbling and green.
I mean, I imagine that it could be. Definitely.
After being put through so much torture, maybe.
Nothing would surprise me at this point.
So there's a lot of shooting in this game, which I was not expecting. I thought it was going to be more melee combat centric, but the shooting's done perfectly well. There's nothing that I can complain about the shooting. I can complain about a couple of other things. First, the game is in widescreen, which people love games in widescreen for some reason. I am not a fan of widescreen. It bothers me. Which at times means that 40% of the screen is being taken up by Sebastian. And for some reason, that makes it feel like it's too zoomed in. Which means you need to get some distance between you and the monsters so you're able to shoot them without them touching you. Or even worse yet, not being able to aim right because they're so close and you can't see shit. The puzzles are too simple for my liking. There's this one stupid puzzle halfway through the game where you find a tablet, a stone tablet, and the tablet has two sides. One of the sides is covered in blood. You find a note saying you have to put the tablet the correct way, otherwise you'll die. You get there and you see there's a dead body on the floor. Mm-hmm. There's blood all over the place. There's the hole where the tablet goes, and there's a bunch of holes on the floor from where spikes are going to come out and kill you. Can you tell me what way you're going to place the tablet for you to not die? With the blood facing you or the blood not facing from you? Remember, you have a dead body at your feet.
I've been drinking.
The answer is simple.
Facing away from you.
Yes.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because the last person used it died and got their blood on it, so now you know not to.
Oh.
So it's just a bunch of stupid puzzles like that.
Yeah, so stupid.
Oh my god,
An idiot could figure it out.
A drunk idiot could figure it out.
Hey, now.
I do wish there was ways to buy bullets and other items, like bombs and the arrows and all that stuff, because either you have to craft them or find them. And sometimes you might have a full inventory, you won't be able to pick them up because you don't have any more space. But then you get to a save point, you really need these items, and you can't get them otherwise. And that was a big annoying. But my biggest problem with this game is the story. You're trapped in someone's mind, and I had never played this game before. How did I know that? Because I read the box for the game.
I don't understand why they would put that on there.
I don't know. I don't know either. It was really weird because the characters don't know what the hell's going on until the end of the game. And if you read the back of the box, you're going to know you're stuck in someone's mind. So I think it would have been pretty cool if I would have been able to find out that I was really in somebody's mind until, at the end of the game. So...
Lame.
Yeah, like they really fucking dropped the ball on that one. And I'm not going to say it's a spoiler because it's on the box. If you can read it on the box, it's not a spoiler. It's like if you weren't to buy 13 Ghost or that one movie where the kid says, I see dead people. And in the box...
Yes. Oh, God. What's that movie called? Don't tell me. Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense. It's as if you were going to buy The Sixth Sense. And you're like, oh, I never seen this before. And you look at the box and it says he's dead the entire time. Same thing. So that was not a spoiler. The praises for the game is tense, which I really did expect that from Shinji Mikami. He didn't let me down. It was tense. It was actiony. It was a little bit horror-y, not really scary. And the atmosphere in the game was very dark, and it had heavy Saw vibes.
No.
In many places.
No.
I am not a fan of the Saw movies. I think they're really stupid.
Did you watch them?
I've seen a few. They're stupid.
I haven't.
But this whole thing, like, it took it and it did it perfectly well. I would say that this is a better Saw experience as a video game than the actual Saw video games. There's like 200 crap. The upgrade system, while simple, it is very straightforward and lets you build Sebastian however you want him to be built. So if you want to focus on a lot of inventory, you can do that. If you want to focus on more damage, you can do that. If you want to get your health and stuff all the way up, you can do that. All you need to do is just collect the green monster semen.
What if you want to focus on building the dick? Is that a thing?
No. Where are you going to put it? You're not going to put it inside one of the monsters.
They have monster semen, so they obviously do things. I mean, come on. Monsters deserve love, too.
Let's move on. This game did not have any jump scares. I personally hate jump scares. I think they're cheap and a shitty way of doing horror. They are complete shit. I hate them.
Tell us how you really feel.
I love that they didn't rely on jump scares to make the game tense and make you wonder what the hell was going to happen next. Mostly the horror in the game came from the monsters, like I said earlier. It came from the obscene amounts of blood and gore. And it came from the uncertainty of what the game would do next. Because you're in the mind of a crazy person, the world keeps changing constantly. So you don't know what the hell is going to happen next. You don't know what type of monster is going to happen next. So that, to me, that's what made it really tense, and I really enjoyed it. The game left me with a bunch of questions regarding the story, so I had to read the Wikipedia article and get a better understanding of what happened.
Sounds like me with Dune.
Yeah, you didn't get any answers. I did.
Yeah, and plus I watched the Thug Notes summary. I probably should have gone to Wikipedia, but I did feel like that was pretty thorough.
Yeah. So it turns out that you only get all the questions answered if you played the DLC for the game.
Lame.
It looks like they answered pretty much everything. While I was reading it, I was It was like, oh, okay, I get it. And then it just left like 2 or 3 questions that I'm sure are going to be answered in the sequel, which maybe I'll play next year for the Halloween for next year. Not the Halloween, but the season of Halloween for next year.
I won't be watching.
No, but you will be reading scary shit again.
I will.
Overall, this is a very fun horror game that is more body horror and psychological torture for Sebastian than conventional horror. Like I said, I'm going to play the DLCs to get ready for the second game for next year. And this game gets 4.5 stars.
Look at us. We have the same ratings.
Are we going to have the same rating for garbage?
Yes.
Are we?
Yes.
You know what time it is?
Give me the garbage.
Are we gonna...
No, don't tell me again that I said the wrong thing. Shut up.
Are we going to do this every week?
What?
I'm going to ask you what time it is, and you're going to say, give me the garbage?
Instead of it's garbage time?
Or it's time for give me the garbage?
You threw me off by changing what you said.
I did it last week.
I know, but last week was the first time you did it. This is not allowed to become a thing. Stop.
All right, it's give me the garbage.
This week's restaurant is Santino's Pizza and Wings in Orlando, in Oviedo, Florida. You threw me off so much. I shouldn't have even told you about this place because it's all thanks to me. To me.
I don't care.
So a little bit of backstory as to how we found this place. There's this woman that I follow on the gram who I may or may not have found because she's the wife of a celebrity that I really like. And they live in Oviedo. And last weekend, she shared a story with photos of their dinner, and it was this phenomenal-looking pizza. And I almost asked her where it was from, since we're local, too, and it would have been relevant, but I didn't. Thankfully, though, a bunch of other people asked her, and so she shared it the next day. I almost caused us to miss out on some of the best pizza that we have ever had. If those other people had not asked her where it was from.
This pizza, oh my God.
It was, I mean, like, we went in knowing that those pictures looked amazing and that it was probably going to be really good. But it was fucking amazing. So we had the fried ravioli as an appetizer. And, I mean, it was like the perfect amount of crispy. It was like not too crispy, but not too soft. It had this super rich, creamy ricotta filling, or ricotta, as Bobby Flay says.
Ricotta.
It was seasoned very well and served with this delicious sauce, which was a tiny bit zesty. It was really yummy.
Marinara sauce.
Mm-hmm. I love me some marinara sauce.
It was so good. The thing I liked is that sometimes when you go to places and you ask for fried pasta, like Olive Garden, it's chewy. It's a bit tough. And
kind of lacking in cheese.
Yeah. This was amazing. The pasta was tender.
It was full.
The filling was a lot to the point where I bit into it and,
like spilled
I
out.
Squeezed it and like it was all like gushing out. Oh my God! I didn't think
like the monster semen.
Please don't compare delicious food to monster semen.
I'm sorry. Don't let me drink next time.
But yeah, this is probably the best fried pasta that I've ever had.
It was so yummy.
Probably ever gonna have in my entire life.
Done very, very well.
Oh, so fucking, and it was a lot too. What was it, like
7 or 8 pieces, I think.
It was like 5 a piece. So 10.
I don't know. I let you eat my last one. I don't remember. I didn't count. But I also know that, like, literally the second after she took our order, she walked around the counter and we heard them dropping them into the fryer. It was awesome. I was like, well, those are going to be fresh. They have not been sitting around waiting.
And then we ordered
our pizza.
The Sicilian pizza.
The Sicilian pizza. I wanted pepperoni, but he craftily just didn't tell the waitress that we wanted pepperoni.
No, honestly, I just said we just want the Sicilian. I thought maybe I had asked for something else that wasn't exactly what we wanted.
It's okay, though. It was amazing.
It did not need the pepperoni.
I think it would have been really good with pepperoni, but it didn't need it.
That pizza was perfect the way it was. It did not need anything else to complement or add. I didn't put any red pepper flakes, any garlic.
Just cheese.
Nothing. That pizza was insane.
I mean, I don't like cheese pizza. I need pepperoni. I need something. I really like onions and things like that, but he's a very, it's got to be cheese or cheese and pepperoni or it's not pizza.
The thing is, I don't remember where I heard this before, but I have heard before that if you want to judge a pizza place's quality of pizza, just have their cheese slice. If their cheese slice is perfect the way it is, that's good pizza.
Next time we go, we'll have to have the regular cheese pizza.
No, yeah, definitely we're going to get the New York pie next time we go.
Yeah.
'Cause...
But I mean, this one, I like the sauce is dreamy. It's so tasty, and it is the perfect ratio of sauce to cheese.
To bread.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a really big sauce person. Like, if I order pizza from a chain, I ask for extra sauce. Because I feel like if you don't, it's just like cheese pasted onto some dough with a teeny tiny layer of sauce.
The dough sucks up the sauce. But this one, it did not suck up the sauce at all.
No, not in the slightest.
It did a little bit after we refrigerated it and we ate it today.
But still not a lot.
No, it still had a good amount of sauce and that cheese. Oh my God.
And they get like this perfect crust on the bottom of it without burning it. Oh. And the crust is so tasty, but it's not like overly seasoned or anything. It's just like really, really good dough.
Now, I did get, when I bit into the first slice, I did get a real hard hit of butter, but that was from the crust. And it wasn't overpowering or off-putting or anything. It was just like buttery, delicious dough with amazing velvety soft sauce and salty, gooey, perfect cheese.
Awesome.
That saltiness in the cheese just worked so perfect with that sauce. The sauce was herby, flavorful, and
kind of sweet.
A tiny bit sweet. And the thing that like slapped me in the face as soon as I bit into it and I actually like tasted the whole thing, it's not acidic at all.
It really isn't.
It's either cooked out perfectly or well hidden, but I could not taste any acid. What you would like to taste in a pizza, it wasn't there, but it was so amazing. It's
like a very clean taste. I don't know. It was unlike any pizza I've ever had.
Now, I learned how to make pizza sauce a few months ago.
He makes some damn good pizza sauce.
This pizza sauce and the marinara sauce that they make just makes mine look like garbage.
Yours is not garbage, honey. It's very yummy.
This is the best.
Yours is garbage, too.
This is the best pizza sauce that I have ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, it was bomb. It was real good. I really want to go back right now and try the regular pizza.
And the thing is, we talked about coming to get the pizza, right? And I as soon as you showed it to me, I was like, I want some fucking pizza. I want to get some fucking pizza. And then I was like, let's go get some pizza.
Finally.
And we get there, and my mind, for some reason, all day was thinking of a pepperoni slice. All day.
Probably New York style.
A New York style pepperoni slice. That's all I want. That's all. Lazy Moon. Yeah, that's all I want. We get there. I see the Sicilian on the menu. Let's just get the Sicilian. Fuck it. As soon as I took that first bite, that urge and need and want of eating a pepperoni slice.
Gone.
It's like this pizza filled a hole in my pizza-loving life that I didn't even know that I had.
So true.
It oh my God, it is so fucking good. Like we got there, we ordered and everything. Our pizza came out, and some other customers came in, and they were just talking about how amazing the Sicilian is. And you couldn't see them, but I could see them over your shoulder. They were just staring and drooling at our pizza from their table.
But I thought it was really awesome because I listened to them the whole time, and you could tell that they were regulars. And like the owner came out and was talking to them, and like knew what they wanted, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if he was the owner, but he was super cool and friendly.
I thought he was the owner. Oops.
Maybe he is.
Maybe. Who knows?
But he was super cool. We're still not done with the garbage, but when we went to pay, he asked us how the food was, and he was really humble, really nice. He was like, "Thank you guys for coming. I hope you enjoyed it." And I was like, "No, thank you."
Mm-hmm. And
wow.
I mean, just like the best customer service. We walked in, and they have a counter where you can just order and pay, and then they have like a little sit-down area to the side. It's a very small, like, mom and pop place. And the girl running the register, I looked at her, and I was like, I'm going to be really honest. We have never been here before. She's like, oh my gosh, do you want to dine in? I'll take care of you. She goes and seats us, and she checks in like every 5 minutes just to make sure we like it. And it was really nice. She was sweet.
It was so amazing. And we also had the cannolis.
Oh! I love cannolis. I have a cannoli obsession. So yeah, these were definitely authentic cannolis. I am trash, and I am used to Publix cannolis, because that's essentially all I have access to.
It's a bakery. They're not bad cannolis. They're
better. They're good.
They're better than... What's his name? Buddy Carlos?
Yeah, there's a Carlos bakery in the Florida Mall, and those cannolis are not
I feel
good.
like when you franchise a person's
bakery,
it doesn't
doesn't translate well.
No. It's like it misses the touch of the original chef or creator.
I hope his are better. I hope
so, because
those are sad.
Yeah, they're not that great.
But the Publix cannolis are actually very good.
So going back to these cannolis, wow, they were so creamy, so velvety smooth. It had a nice crunchy shell. It had a few chips of chocolate inside the cream.
Mm-hmm. Mostly on the ends, I think.
Yeah, it was just on the ends, and they were soft.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting to bite into a crunchy chocolate chip, like in Publix.
Mm-hmm. Get it stuck in your teeth.
And no, it was so soft and smooth. It just blended in perfectly with the cream.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I've had it this way, I don't think I want it any other way. Soft,
very tasty.
Chips or nothing. It was not overly sweet. It was just the right, perfect amount of sweet in the cannoli. And these actually reminded me of this one co-worker that I had when I worked at theme parks. We just had gotten done with this huge project where this project was a nightmare. We had to label and identify all these parts for a new park that was opening. And they were all in German. And they forgot to send us some paperwork.
Oh, no.
So I had to go with the schematics from the park rides to these parts and try to figure them out. And I managed to do like 90% of them. The rest were gaskets and seals, and there was no way in hell I was getting those. And because we took care of that, and we did a real good job getting that park up and running as soon as we did, because it was just a giant effort of teamwork. She decided to reward us with some cannolis, and she's this real Italian blood lady. Her mom was Italian.
Italian blood lady.
Her dad was Italian. And she did these cannolis, and she just brought in a giant tray of cannolis, and they were amazing. And their chips were hard, but I prefer Santino's cannolis because their chips are soft. And oh my God. So amazing.
I love cannolis.
Anything else you want to say about the place?
It was amazing. Go check it out. Santino's Pizza and Wings, Oviedo.
Yeah.
So good.
The cool thing is that it's just like 5 minutes away from where we are.
Mm-hmm. We didn't even know about it.
Nope. So good. So we're going to go ahead and, without a doubt, rate this garbage.
Garbage all the way.
Now, if you're new to the show and you've never heard this before or heard us rate anything garbage means that it is delicious, gourmet quality, good for your soul, amazing, I would eat this every day type of food.
Yes. Now.
And Santino's, damn.
So good. So good. I'm so glad we found this place.
We're actually going to go there again soon.
Yes.
We got some business to talk about with one of my friends.
Business.
Some wedding business.
A double date. Well, we got minimal time to talk about wedding business, so chop, make them plans.
Oh, we're going Saturday.
We are going Saturday.
Yeah.
He never tells me when he nails down plans.
Baby might be coming, but it's cool. Baby talks. She'll join in the conversation.
We don't know how to interact with babies.
We
know how to interact with Lunas.
You have a nephew.
I do, but I'm still weird around him. I'm like, hello, child. Let me turn on my sensor.
Your sensor?
Yeah, the sensor.
Oh,
yes.
Your language sensor.
We're not going to talk about the dicks. We're not going to talk about the fucks. We're not going to talk about the shits. We're not going to talk about the vibrators. Oh, God. Because this baby can identify Darth Vader Funko Pop, so she will catch on.
She is smart.
Too quickly.
Yeah, we're going to have to...
Watch our mouths. We'll be stuffing them full of pizza, so it's fine. It's fine.
We probably won't be saying anything because we'll be enjoying this food too much.
Very true.
All right, so let's get into some housekeeping. Like I said at the top of the episode, our Patreon is live. Please go subscribe and support us that way. You'll find the links, like I said, in the show notes. So wherever you listen, just click on that one box right underneath the picture. It'll tell you what the episode is about. And afterwards, underneath it, it says our links to our socials and whatnot, which remember to follow us on our socials. Right now, they're Instagram and Twitter at anovelconsole. You can also tell your friends that they can find a podcast on most major podcast streaming apps. And they can also listen on YouTube by searching for A Novel Console.
Didn't you tell me we're finally on iHeart?
Oh, yeah, we are.
We're on iHeart. Not Pandora, but iHeart.
It's so ridiculous.
We're moving on up. And seriously, if you enjoy the show, please tell your friends. We need all of the word of mouth that we can get.
Yes, we do. So like I said, please tell them they can listen on YouTube. So even if you don't listen on YouTube, you listen somewhere else, just go ahead, go on YouTube and subscribe, like, and comment.
Subscribe.
You can also email us at anovelconsole@gmail.com and we will read your email on the show.
We will.
We won't make fun of you.
We won't.
We'll talk about whatever you want.
If you say bad words, we will not censor them.
We probably won't say them.
We say bad words all the time.
Who?
You and me.
When?
Oh my God.
Our art was done by Metamorphic A on Instagram. And I guess that's it for this week's show. You ready to say goodbye, Karradyne?
Goodbye, Karradyne!
Goodbye.